Okay. I don't know where to start. Okay, so I don't know where to start, but some people have been asking about me and my journey. They've seen me a little bit in Jason's videos. Some of you follow me on Instagram, and I talk to you through Instagram. So I just wanted to share my story and my journey. I don't really know where to begin. Like I said, I'm not a YouTuber, so I might be all over the place, but I'm just gonna do the best that I can and kind of shed some light into who I am. So I've always kind of had like an issue with my weight, not necessarily being overweight, but it's always kind of been a concern to me. When I was younger, I was super skinny, all through really middle school, high school, college. Honestly, I was on Adderall to get through all that. And I think that played a big part in the reason why I was as skinny as I was. After I graduated from college, I just stopped taking Adderall. And I stopped taking it in the fall of 2010, and by Christmas, when I stopped taking Adderall, I was probably about like 120, low 120s. When I stopped taking it, by that Christmas, I was at 150, so I gained a lot of weight quickly. My doctor said it was because when I got off of the Adderall, I kind of had to, my metabolism was all screwed up, so I kind of had to train my body how to eat right again. And I ate like crap when I was taking Adderall. I mean, I would have like a Snickers and a vitamin water for lunch, not even kidding. And so my doctor suggested I go on the paleo diet, which I cried in her office. I had never been on a diet. I ate like crap. I didn't even know where to begin, and paleo's a hard diet. I mean, I'm like a condiment person, and like when I started looking into paleo, they wanted me to like make my own condiments, and I was like, I can't make Heinz ketchup. But so I felt screwed. I didn't really do a strict paleo diet, but I definitely cut out a lot of wheat, and focused on protein more than anything else. And so I kind of just started making better choices, but I was by no means following any strict diet. And that was all the way up until, what, 2015, I got pregnant with Paxton. And when I got pregnant with Paxton, I was about 134, 133, and I felt like because I was pregnant, I could eat whatever I wanted. So if I wanted a box of Oreos, I ate a whole box of Oreos. If I wanted a milkshake, I got myself a milkshake. And like the one cure for me for nausea for some reason was chips and salsa. So I went through like a jar of salsa in 2 days, and I wondered why I gained so much weight. So my last weigh-in with my OB before I had Paxton, I had reached 192 pounds. I gained 60 pounds with Paxton. I was mortified. I was huge. So the first week, a lot of it was water weight. The first week after I had Paxton, I lost 20. The other 30 has been a struggle. Actually, this morning I weighed in at 142, which has been my lowest since having Paxton. I've officially lost 50 pounds since I was pregnant with him, so I'm super proud of that. I started my keto journey this past summer after Jason had been doing it for what, like 2.5 years, and I finally gave in and I started my keto journey. It was super hard. I would say like it took me probably a month of starting it, falling off, starting it, falling off, starting it, falling off. Like every other day I was like, okay, I'm doing keto today, and then like I'd crash and like I would just totally crack. And so I finally stuck to it. After the first week of it, it was insane. Like I felt like I finally broke the addiction. Like once I was on it for a solid week, I think too I started seeing results, and for me, seeing any type of results is the biggest motivating factor. Like if I start seeing that I'm losing weight, it encourages me to keep doing it. So I finally started seeing results even just in the week I was doing it. I felt really good. I broken that carb addiction, and I wasn't really craving the bad food that I had been craving before. So I was doing really well for a few months. It was Halloween's fault. Halloween hit and I was like sneaking Snickers bars because I just love Snickers bars. And so I started like having, I was like, oh, I'll just have one. I threw away so much candy. I'd go get candy for trick-or-treaters like the week before Halloween, and like I'd throw it away and then I'd be like, I'm gonna get it the day before Halloween. It was really bad. So then after Halloween I got back on it for a few weeks, and then Thanksgiving came. Like, I really lack self-control. Like, I've got to work on that. So Thanksgiving came and I was like, oh, it's Thanksgiving. Like, you know, I really need to research more before the holidays and like make like a plan for like a keto holiday. Same thing. Got back on keto after Thanksgiving. Then Christmas came and I fell off again. But I got back on January 1st, and so far I've been doing well since then. So my plan is to continue doing keto. I don't really have a goal weight. Some people are like, what's your goal? I have a goal weight. I mean, maybe I guess I'd like to be to like my pre-pregnancy weight, but I don't necessarily know if it was like healthy for me. Like, I just want to, my goal is to just feel good about myself. I guess it's like those non-scale victories. Like, I just want to feel good about myself. I want to feel confident. I want to be able to like go in a bathing suit and be like happy with how I look. But I don't really have like a weight that I want to be at. I used to be obsessed with the scale, but I don't know. I think losing like those 45, but like the past 5 pounds, I haven't really been like obsessing over the scale as much. Probably Jason being like, get off the scale, don't worry about what the scale says. So yeah, I'm not really worrying about the scale. I guess what other people want to know is like what finally encouraged me to do keto. I've heard so many people say like, has Jason pushed you to do keto? Like, how is it having, you know, somebody else in the household that's on a strict diet? Jason has been amazing. Like, I really couldn't have gotten luckier with a partner for my life, because never once has he pushed me to do any type of diet. Even back when he was doing low carb, keto, like no diet has he ever pushed me to do. He's been there to encourage me if I've said like, hey, I'm thinking about doing it. He's always been like totally encouraging of it. But if I fell off, like, he never judged me or made me feel like crap about it. So for that, I'm super thankful. I had always like had it in my mind. Keto's actually the only diet I've been able to like stick to. Like, I've tried the other diets that he's done, like just the low carb, felt like crap. I couldn't do it. Keto I feel good on. So what finally led me to doing it is not him like pushing me. People have said, you know, I really want my partner to do it. It's nothing that a diet, any diet, I don't think is anything that you can like push somebody to do. It's something that they have to find their reason why within themselves. And my reason why ultimately ended up being my PCOS and infertility. So Jason and I, it took us a while to get pregnant with Paxton, over 2 years, and it was over a year of medical treatments, and nothing worked. It ended up happening miraculously on its own, which we're super thankful for, but it was over 2 years waiting. So we're trying to get a jump start on that this round. And after doing like a lot of research about keto and PCOS, I decided I wanted to give it a shot of willing to try anything at one point. So yeah, so I've read that it helped with PCOS, and so far I feel like it's hard to tell because we are also doing treatments, so I don't know the differences that the treatments are doing versus the difference I'm feeling from keto, but things are starting to work out, so hopefully we'll keep up this process. Sorry, Paxton's napping, and he's been napping for a long time, so I'm just waiting for him to wake up in case anybody's curious. He'll probably be up soon, so if I dip out, that's why. Yeah, so hopefully things will continue to work out and the keto PCOS cycle will be successful for me. I'm trying to think of what else you might want to know. I know people have asked about what I eat on a daily basis, so I guess I'll go into that next. I actually do have to do a grocery run today, so maybe either I'll bring you along, or I don't really know how to do that. I'm totally just pretending. I probably won't bring you along, but I'll probably check in after I get back from the grocery store and go over what I got. I tend to eat like the same things every day for the most part, and then dinners I'll switch it up. I try like Pinterest recipes. I really suck at cooking. Don't let my Instagram fool you. I'll try to make something for dinner tonight from Pinterest that I've made before, and maybe I'll incorporate that into this. I don't really know what Jason's gonna do with this, so I will see you after the grocery store.